Many Welsh people actually consider to be the Welsh national anthem. It was written in 1983 by David Ewan, and it's called Yma o Hyd, which translates as "We're still here." And it's relevant to so many of those that resist settler colonialism. So it doesn't matter whether we're talking about Native Americans who lost their land when the English and others went over and stole it, to the Aboriginal Australians, to the Maori of New Zealand, to the Palestinians, and obviously here to the Scottish, the Welsh and the Irish, who also suffered from settler colonialism from the English, who actually, the Anglo-Saxons, were the original settler colonists who took land from the Celts and established England. I think a lot of it started from there. I'm not going to sing the song because I'm not much of a singer, but I do recommend that you go and watch a video of thousands of Welsh people singing this with tears in their eyes to actually understand how much it means to them. The song, as I said, was written in 1983, a time when Thatcherism was rife, when the mines were being closed, when workers were suffering, when the Welsh had suffered centuries of oppression from the English to their language and their culture. As David Ewan recently said in an interview, he wanted to write a song to lift people's spirits, and Yma o Hyd became exactly that. The message of the song is that in spite of everyone and everything, we are still here. In spite of the challenges we face, we are still here. And I think that people to this day can relate to that. We are still here, overcoming challenges and fighting for a better future. I'm just going to translate two of the verses. The first verse is about the foundation of modern Wales after the first settler colonists left, which is the Romans. Then verse 2 is all about resisting the storm. So obviously it's a huge metaphor. Chwibed y gwynt o'r dirain, let the wind blow from the east. That's actually a reference, if you think of Wales, to the east is England. It's about the storm from the east, but it's also about the English and resisting them. Ried the storm o'r môr, let the storm roar from the sea. Pwlled y mell fel wybren, let the lightning split the heavens. A gloed y daran yn côr, and the thunder shouts, encore. Llywed y grael gwangalen, let the tears of the faint-hearted flow. A llywed y taeg y flower, and the servile lick the floor. He has a bit of a problem with those that bow down to the English. Dieg yw'r bagnion cwmpas, despite the blackness around us, running barod am doriad y wawr. We are ready for the breaking of the dawn, which is a bit like I was talking about recently, how the darkest time is often before some hope comes. The third verse. Cofiwn y Facsen Wledig, we remember Maxim the Emperor. He was the Roman Emperor who ruled Britain and left, and that established Wales. Adael ein gwlad yn un darn, and he left our country one whole piece. A blwyddyn gerbron y gwledydd, and we shall shout before the nations, mi fyddwn yma tan ddydd y farn. We'll be here until Judgment Day. Again, I feel a lot of Palestinian in there. Gweitha bob Dick Sean David. Despite every Dick Sean David, that's actually a huge political insult. Dick Sean David is a person from the 1800s Welsh poem, a Welsh person who wanted to be English. He wanted to move to England and adopt English mannerisms. So now when the Welsh refer to someone as a Dick Sean David, it's a very critical term of an Anglophile. And Gweitha Brengfagi a'i through, despite old Maggie and her crew, Margaret Thatcher and the Conservatives. Byddwn yma hyd ddiedd amser, we'll be here until the end of time. A bydd yr iaith Gymraeg yn fyw, and the Welsh language will be alive. Very important point there, the English tried to stamp out Welsh. It was seen as encouraging people to be immoral. So they weren't allowed to speak it in schools, and if they were here speaking Welsh, they had to wear a Welsh knot, a piece of wood around their neck, and at the end of the day, whichever of the class had spoken Welsh could get caned. So there were huge attempts to suppress the Welsh language, which have failed because Welsh is now spoken by a huge number of people in Wales. Sorry? And us. Okay, the chorus, I think this is the bit that people recognise, so I'm just going to briefly do the chorus. It's 2 lines repeated again and again, and I think that gives it the power. We are still here. And the other line, pawb a popeth, in spite of everyone and everything. It doesn't matter what order you do the lines in spite of everyone and everything, we are still here. We are still here in spite of everyone and everything. And the way it goes, are you happy to? We'll try. Runina ma ohid, runina ma ohid, gweitha pawb a phopeth, gweitha pawb a phopeth, gweitha pawb a phopeth, runina ma ohid. We are still here. The Palestinians, the Native Americans, the Scots, the Welsh will resist settler colonialism until the end. Thank you.
That's what we like, a wee call to resistance. Fantastic, thank you. Thank you, Carl. We're now going to have Rabbie coming to sing us another song. And I think it's already been quoted when Stephen was talking, but Dave's going to sing A Man's a Man. And I'm sure you'll be pleased if you all join in.
First of all, languages we're having this afternoon. That was beautiful and fabulous to hear Arabic. That was just so good, wasn't it? So, yeah, as Anne said, I'm going to do A Man's a Man. And just very briefly, Burns sent this song to a publisher 230 years ago. It's one of my favourite Burns songs with its clear declaration of egalitarian values. And it's great that this song was chosen. Of all the songs to sing when the Scottish Parliament was re-established in 1999, it is, however, written with an 18th century sensibility as far as gender's concerned. So, with respect to the great man, there'll be a wee bit of tweaking here and there. The other thing is that it was almost overwhelming, the urge to change the words in the third verse to read, "You see young Bucky Donald Trump for struts and stares and all that, the tech bros queue to kiss his rump. He's but a..." Now I have to give you a warning here, there's a 4-letter word beginning with C coming, okay? The tech bros queue to kiss his rump, he's but a coof for all that. So, on reflection, I think Rabbie got it right, so just sing what he wrote. So I'm only going to sing a selection of the verses. Is there for honest poverty that hangs a circle in the light? The coward slave, we pass him by, wouldn't dare be poor for all that, for all that, and all that, our toils obscure, and all that, the rank is but the guinea stamp, the man's the guide for all that. You see on Bucky corner walks, for struts and stairs and all that, though hundreds worship at his word, he's but a coof for all that, for all